All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the call. Today, we're going to be going over just sold marketing as either listing or selling agent, how to get more listings, how to engage your buyers with this. So if you are with us, go ahead and type in where you're coming in from. Let me know if you got a just sold listing or maybe you got a pending listing of yours. And again, this works for where you are the selling agent. So you represented the homeowner, or if you were the listing agent representing the homeowner and the selling agent where you represented the buyer. Phenomenal way to get more listings and really engage the buyers around you with the just sold marketing and listings to lead. So with that, again, go ahead and type in where you are coming in from. Talk to me about your issues, what you're looking at, some of the troubles maybe you're having, so we can make sure that we're helping you out so that we get more great listings. We engage buyers, because I got a couple of things here for you that are going to really help make sure that those buyers in your database, we want to leverage that just sold listing, not just to get more listings, but also to get those buyers off the fence and out looking. So Muskegon, Michigan. All right, Muskegon. I'm from Flint. Family lives in Ferndale and Royal Oak. So Muskegon's a little not too close to there, but I know Muskegon a little bit. All right, Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Beautiful part of the country there as well. Orlando, Jensen Beach. Jackie down there in Cape Coral. Awesome. Good to see you all. Back from Las Vegas. Craig, good to see you, buddy. All right, let me just close a few things. And I've never heard of that. Oh, South Chicago. Oh, I actually lived in Hoffman Estates for a few months. After the Army, I was in Hoffman Estates, and so I got to know that area a little bit. So don't know Chicago. Oh, yeah. My wife worked in Chicago after graduate school. So she worked for, can't remember who she worked for. Anyway, she worked in Chicago for a couple of years. All right. Anybody, let me know. So what are you give me some ideas what you want to accomplish. All right. Are you looking for more listings? Are you looking for more buyers? All right. A lot of great things that we can do here when we have a listing that sells. And again, if you got a listing that's pending, we got our amazing marketing for pending listings as well. You can go to listingstoleads.com/pending for that one. Do not skip marketing a pending listing. If your listing is already just sold and you did not do the pending marketing, I'll deal with you later. But you want to make sure next time we market pending listings, because those are one of my favorite statuses, because it's more like a black box where people don't really know what's up. The buyers don't know, the sellers don't know. It's in that limbo phase called escrow. And so pending listings are one of my favorite, but just sold also is a phenomenal status to market, again, as either the listing or the selling agent to get more listings, to get more buyers. Yes, Kathy, exactly. Neil says more sellers. Karen, listings. Kathy, sellers and buyers. I agree with that entirely. So first off, let me just go ahead and drop this in. This is like the blueprint-ish thing. It's my write-up. This is not a support post, although I link to the support posts from this page, but this page here is, and I'm looking at my second monitor here. I'm going to pop that in there for you. There you go. And Neil says, do you market older sold listings? That's up to you. I mean, I say, you can go back 60 days easy. Now, if you want to go back further than that, excuse me, we do have a status called sold. So we got the just sold listing agent, just sold selling agent, and then we've got sold. So you could mark sold. Yeah, I don't want to sit here and try to market a sold listing from 6 months ago necessarily as something that just happened. That's a little bit maybe off, but I think anything within the last 60 days for sure. So anything from that'd be May, June, July. So May 23rd, May 20th. Yeah. Mid-May till now is fair game. Maybe you didn't think about it in the past and you had a buyer buy a listing from you, with you, I should say, or from you if you're also the listing agent. and you didn't market that, you could add that to your listings to leads account. But again, I think past 60 days, 90 days for sure, but that's going to be a decision up to you. Does that make sense, Neil? But great question. I love the thought pattern that you've got going on there because, yeah, we want to leverage every single thing that we can as appropriate within reason to increase our visibility, to get more content out there into the marketplace in front of our audiences, to gain more audience via social media, via our database, via our farm area. Because when a listing sells, not only is it a win for the homeowner, but it really is a win for the home buyers as well, because there's nothing worse than things just not selling at all. So we got to take every opportunity that we can to let the universe know, to let our audiences know, to let our entire area know when a property gets listed or sold. And then we need to make sure that we are tailoring that messaging a little bit. So some of it's appropriate for the homeowners, people that might be thinking about selling, to help encourage them that, yes, in fact, properties are selling. And then we want to encourage those home buyers to say, hey, listen, buyers are getting great properties right now. And with a lot of properties, a lot of homeowners offering closing costs, help, maybe interest rate buy downs. Just talked to a lender today. A lot of his agents have properties where they're doing permanent buy downs. Wow. And he said, we're going to be saving buyers between $300 to $500 a month on these permanent rate buy downs. And he wants to use that in the marketing, which is phenomenal because interest rates are great, right? The sales price is what it is. But at the end of the day, it's what is my monthly payment going to be? And so if I can talk about monthly payments, being able to pick up a property with lower monthly payments than you're probably thinking as a home buyer, that can be a great incentive for those buyers that are in the market, that are prepared, that are ready to actually buy a property. Because listen, if who knows what's going to be going on with the Fed, with all of that stuff. I mean, the way things are nowadays, we could wake up tomorrow with a rate cut. Who knows? I don't want to get into all the politics and everything, but with the way things are moving nowadays, nothing would be surprising. And I would be letting my buyers know, listen, can you imagine a rate cut and there's more buyers coming in and all of these great incentives maybe that we could get from the sellers, whether it is a price discount, whether it is closing cost help, whether it is a rate buy down. That could disappear as soon as rates are cut. And then you're going to be sitting there going, damn, if I would have done something last week, I could have got into a property, got these great, negotiated a great deal for myself. And that's going to just dry up and disappear at the blink of an eye. So that's the thing right now, man. We just don't know. Scott, add templates. Is there a way to get our brokerage logo? I don't. Are you in Florida? Because I know Vince was just mentioning that, and I was looking online, and I was all over Florida real estate agents, and I saw like 5% had a broker logo on them. You'd have to use something like Canva, I think, at this point. But let's take a look at that on this call today, see if we got some templates. I know Vince was talking to me and one of our guys about adding some templates with the broker logo on it. As of now, worst case scenario, you might want to use something like Canva to drop a logo on the photo and then use that photo inside of listings to leads. But yeah, so let's get to it. I just gave everybody the playbook for just sold marketing. Let me just real briefly walk through this and we'll get into the accounts and get at it. So again, if you're watching this on the recording, listingstoleads.com/just sold. So again, listingstoleads.com/just sold. And you'll see here the introduction, a recent video where I walked through just sold marketing. And the first pro tip that you are going to see here, and this is really, I think, critical. We want to take that property description that was really geared towards home buyers, potential home buyers, talking about how great the property is, giving a great description of it. We want to now change that to reflect the fact that the property is sold, just like the Facebook ad copy. Just listed is one thing, then pending and just sold is another thing in the Facebook ad. We want to do that for the property description in the single property website so that as homeowners and even home buyers are landing on it, that it really speaks more to them versus just leaving it alone and not doing anything. And you're going to see examples, great examples right here as a listing agent, and then another example as a selling agent, because this is going to be a little bit different. So if I click the link for listing agent and I just scroll down to the property description, you're going to see that now when I use the nearby homeowner letter, right, to circle prospect the properties around that listing, again, as a listing or a selling agent. When I do an e-flyer, a Facebook post, a Facebook ad, whatever, all the marketing, most of it leads back to the single property website. And a lot of times, obviously, you'll get the contact information ahead of time. But we want these people to see, right, language around the fact, in this case, for example, that our 100-point home marketing plan, that's the listing presentation from Listings to Leads. So every one of you, even if you just signed up, I see people on here that just signed up today. Even you that just signed up today, have that in your account with your logos, your picture, your branding, your colors, everything customized for you. So your 100-point home marketing plan got over 50,000 views for this home on Facebook, Instagram, X, yada, yada. While some homes are taking longer to sell, our 100-point home marketing plan generated 45 buyer inquiries, i.e. leads, for this home, 12 showings, 2 offers, and a final sales price and date that meets the homeowner's goals. And then we get a little bit of info about the property just to let people know, a little bit about the property. And then we've got thinking about selling your home. Our 100-point home marketing plan for getting Folsom homes sold for top dollar as fast as possible with as little stress as possible has just been updated. This plan was benchmarked to the top agents around the country to make sure your social media marketing, video, email, database, and more are all leveraged to the highest levels possible. Download your 27-page copy at view our marketing plan below. And then if you scroll down right here, view our marketing plan right there, right below the property description. People click that, they can fill this out and get the listing presentation PDF. I'll show you where that is so you can take a look at that. And you can actually customize those now. You can select a listing. In fact, you can select this listing, your just sold listing, to show all the photos of this property. And I'll show you that here in a little bit. A couple of other things I'll point out. I've got a video. Now, this is just an old filler video, but the idea here is do a video. Even if you just paraphrase the content in here, even if you just paraphrase this right here, doing a video talking about how you got that property sold. Maybe talk about we did just listed marketing and then we did an open house and then the property went pending, but we don't stop marketing the property until it closes escrow. And then we got over 50,000 views across social media, email, and direct marketing. What a beautiful video so that people get to know you even better. Now you could do the video, you could literally do a StreamYard video like I'm doing, have the single property website up just like I've got up right here. And you could talk through that, upload it to YouTube, get it into Listings to Leads like this, and have a beautiful presentation that's working for you when you're sleeping and doing other things. I've got the 3D tour, professional photo, right? Could be a drone video in here, could be all sorts of stuff. And then as these homeowners are looking at all of this great content, they can download a PDF guide. So these are automatically included. You can actually customize which PDF guides you want. And then you can generate leads right from the single property website. So lots of great stuff right there. Let's take a quick look at the as a selling agent. So that description is going to be a little bit different. And you're more than welcome, if you are a client of Listings to Leads, to copy, just click the link, come down here and copy that text, drop it into your single property website with Listings to Leads, edit it a little bit to be appropriate for you and your circumstance. Notice here I got the video up on top. So how our 100-point home marketing, how our 100-point home marketing plan got another Folsom home sold. So easy to do with Listings to Leads. Now, this could be a general video that you actually automatically put with every sold listing. This could be a video that's specific for this one property. Either way doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters, but it really doesn't, because the key is for them to get to hear from you, to get to see you, to get a little bit more information about you and see how awesome you are. And if I keep scrolling down here, now this text is geared towards the fact that we represented the buyer. Let me close that lead form. So here you can see we represented the buyers and have 24 more qualified buyers that want to buy a home in Folsom. So these are 24 more people in my database that are looking for a home in Folsom. So look at your database, phrase that the way you want to, but let them know, hey, listen, we got more home buyers looking for homes in Folsom. And if you're thinking about selling your home, boom, bada bing, just like what we did before. Somebody says, is there a way to advertise a just sold that I closed on? It was out of my, yeah, 100%, 100%. Denise, yeah, I'll walk you through that in a second here. So give me a minute. But yes, I will address that 100%. I love the way you're thinking. So perfect. I love it. Right. How can we leverage our activities to engage more homeowners that are thinking about selling, to engage more home buyers, to get them off the fence? Right. And so marketing a just listed, that's great to generate buyer leads. But think about marketing a just sold listing geared towards home buyers. So as we scroll down here, just like before, there's our 100-point home marketing plan, 3D tour, all right, and so on and so forth. So let me go ahead and close these two right now. And if you scroll down, again, this is listingsoleils.com/just sold. So I talk about Facebook and Instagram ads. Want to make sure your follow-up is automated. We've got AI text follow-up and email follow-up within Listings to Leads. You can also send those leads to your CRM. So whether it's Lofty, Follow Up Boss, what have you, I'm telling you, man, the follow up from Listings to Leads is so easy, and it works really well. Now, I still may want to get my leads into Follow Up Boss just for better lead management than what we offer in Listings to Leads at the present moment. But as far as email follow up and AI text follow up, there's not much easier than what you got with Listings to Leads. So I'll show you that here as well today. All right, social media posts. Now, the one thing that you're not going to see inside of the account, and you're going to want to make sure you go to this page, is a discussion and examples of using Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or any kind of vertical marketing with just sold marketing. So we've got this for every listing status, but if you click here, and then we had a couple of how-to videos right below that link, but check this out. Now you can just change the word pending to just sold. So this could be this Folsom home just sold in 34 days, and it's got a poll. So I show you how to create a Instagram reel or Instagram story. TikTok has the capability as well. This could have been an image. This could have been a video clip. I think I showed both in here, but having a poll to better engage your audience. Here's another one, just sold in Folsom. Thinking about selling your home and want to download Secrets to Selling Your Home Fast guide. And people can tap and select yes, they do, right? Whatever they want right there. So in the video on this page, I walk you through how to do it here for Instagram, and then I walk you here how to do on TikTok. But let me show you just one or two more quick examples here. Here's another one, just sold in Folsom. Our 100-point home marketing plan wins again. Thinking about selling your home? Get your current home value estimate for free now. And check this out. Right from Instagram, I could tap on this just like I'm doing right here, visit link, and it's going to a what is your home worth landing page. So it's a phenomenal way for absolutely free to leverage Instagram stories to generate seller leads. Here we go. Another home just sold in Granite Bay. Get the 100-point plan. I could have put get the 100-point marketing plan, but you get the point. sell your home fast with our 100-point marketing plan. Put their email address in there, download it. So just so you can see, this one's here, link into the single property website, home value. This is linking to a landing page. So here you can see another home just sold in Folsom. Get my free guide on home seller negotiation secrets. Visit link. And imagine you could easily do, if you got some video clips of the property in vertical format, hopefully you did that during the time of the listing. Now, if you got a listing right now, start collecting some content like this to use later on. But I could use 4 or 5 different images. Day one, I do the front of the house, and maybe I follow the example here, right? Where I say, another home sold in Folsom, get your free home value estimate now. Then on day two, I show another picture from the property or another video clip of the property, and I add, get a free home seller negotiation secrets guide. So there's so many ways. Don't worry about oversaturating your audience on social media, because most of the people in social media, so on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, they're not going to see every post that you do. And if they do, that's fine. We're not going to post the same image. So it'll be a different image, a different call to action, a different poll. So a lot of great opportunities for absolutely free to generate leads from social media like that as well. All right, so let's go ahead. And again, that's all at right here. All of this is at listingstoleads.com/just sold. So let's go log into Listings to Leads. So if you are a client, I would love to have you log in right now so we can actually get some of this done together. I will click on listings. Now, just sold is one of the very few statuses that you probably can't borrow, right? Now, I always talk about make sure every single week you borrow a listing to market. A lot of ways to generate leads. And we've got price reduced landing pages. We've got all sorts of great buyer seller landing pages. But I absolutely love marketing listings. Even when you got to borrow a listing, because it's the cheapest and easiest way to generate both buyer leads. And a lot of those buyer leads are going to have a home they need to sell. So you will find out, just like our client Gordon did, who I work with, he got in the past 2 weeks, this week and last week, buyer leads that have also a home to sell. How phenomenal is that? That's just absolutely brilliant. Now, if you represented the buyer, you won't be able to grab that listing or import it from the data feed. You'll have to add it manually. So what I would do is I would go take a photo of the property, just one photo from the outside, and then come over here to add listing, go manual. Typically you can grab a listing, but for this you can't. You'll have to go manual. And then under status, all right, we got just sold selling agent. That's where you represented the buyer. Just sold listing agent. That's where you represented the seller, the homeowner. And then we've got sold. So if you got a listing from 3 or 4 months ago that you want to market, you can select that status right there. Sorry, I'll do just sold listing agent. Real quickly, the language around selling agent and listing agent is completely different. So the ad, the e-flyers, the social media post, all of those tools for the just sold listing agent and just sold selling agent are totally different, because when you're just sold selling agent, all of that language will reflect the fact that you represented the buyer, and just sold listing agent will reflect the fact that you represented the seller. Just to put that out there for you. Give yourself a headline, right? Street, city, state, zip code. Add the features quickly. Don't overdo it. Don't kill yourself. Don't steal the listing agent's photos unless you get permission. Don't steal the listing agent's property description unless you get permission. Just so the property address take ours. So again, listingsleads.com/just sold. You got the link for listing agent. You got the link for selling agent. Take that, copy it, pop it in here. And then, in fact, let me show you. If I go back here, right? Let's say I'm the listing agent. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to just copy the text, right? Copy. Back in listings to leads right here. I'm just going to paste it. Now, one more thing before you do anything else, you want to remove the formatting, because when we copy things off the internet and we paste it in somewhere else, there's a lot of invisible code that we don't have to deal with. I don't have time for all of this. One thing, if you just click one thing one time, your problems will be solved. And that is right here. Top, it says remove format. If I click it, look how beautiful that is. Then I'm just going to select Verdana. I can make that bold, and I might, if I scroll down, I might make thinking about selling your home. I might make that bold as well. And then I would just edit this as appropriate, the best I can. Think about, you could say 5,000 plus, right? We don't want to lie. We don't want to mislead. We don't want to be overselling stuff. If you sold, can you use a photo? If it said sold, can you use the photos from the MLS? And you are the seller. Neil, I don't think so. I would ask my broker on that one. That's not, don't ask me for legal advice, please. I'm not a lawyer and I don't want to get you into trouble. That would be the worst thing ever. Well, not the worst thing ever. You get my point. I would just go take my own photo. And if you're friends with the listing agent, ask them. Just say, hey, John, do you mind if I use one of your photos on that property that we sold last month where I bought the buyer? Wow. If you're friends with them, they're probably going to say yes. But if you don't know them, or, what have you, just go take a photo, right? Sometime the next few days as you're driving around, go take a photo. And Neil, have you been to the new Tesla diner? I've been seeing videos on that. It looks pretty crazy. Next up, you click save and add photos. Again, all you need is one photo. If you're the listing agent, you can add more photos if you want. And once you save that, you will drop back to the listing dashboard. How in the world is it 5:30 already? Jeez. I don't know. Apparently I talked too much in the beginning. So not a problem. Not a problem. So it's going to drop back onto your list right here. Right. You can see just a listing agent, just sold selling agent. And I thought I had a sold, but I guess it doesn't matter. So we're going to just go through the just sold listing agent. Everything would be the same as just sold selling agent, except again, the language will just be a little bit different. This right here is going to link to that page that we were just looking at. This right here links to, again, listingtoleads.com/just sold. Right. That should look familiar. That's what we were looking at a little bit earlier. Right. When we were looking at, for example, the Instagram and TikTok, and you go all the way down, it's got all the tools for just sold. Download checklist. So if I click download, we got a great little checklist right here. And a lot of people like this. You can print it up and just mark it off as you get done, because you might not get it all done in one sitting. And so if you don't print this, it's a little bit of out of sight, out of mind. Whereas if you do print this, you'll see, hey, I got some things that I did not check off that I might want to get to, so I can maximize the number of listings and buyers that I'm going to get. So I would take a look at that checklist. First up is Instagram ads. So we're going to want to spend between $50 and $100. So we're going to confirm location, Folsom, California. That's the location of the property. Do not increase it, or I wouldn't add any locations. Radius, right? Special housing ad category, 15 miles. Do not increase that. Leave it alone. I got a lifetime budget of 50. I'm going to move that to 100. Could not believe it. Unbelievable. I checked the stats. Was it yesterday or the day before? And in the last 7 or 30 days, shoot, whatever it is, either over the last 7 days or over the last 30 days, the cost per seller lead off these ads was under $5. These are seller leads under 5. I couldn't believe it. I double checked. I was like, what the hell? But yeah. So anyways, start end date for 1 week. Make sure you got good photos here. All right, I can change the template if I wanted to. Let's real quickly, let's take a look here and see if we've got, I don't think we have any templates with the logos. So if you need to add a logo, apparently we're going to be adding a template with the logo. But if you need the logo in the image, then yeah, just use Canva for now until we get one done. But typically your logos, whatever. Again, I'm not going to get into legal advice. Like I said, all I know is I looked today after Vince and I had that conversation. I could only find one or two Florida agents that had an image, and these were on company pages. I went to some different company pages of real estate offices, and I was looking at all of their postings, and only one or two of all of them had the broker logo in the image. And again, that's the broker page, and it was one was a Coldwell Banker, one was a Keller Williams. Go figure. I don't know what I meant by go figure. Two great companies. All the companies in real estate are great. I got nothing but great things to say. And just click create ad. Now with listings to leads, we've got the pixel in here. So it's using my pixel. If you need help with that, get with our support team. As you saw, you could retarget. So if you got a list of homeowners in the area, you got a list of your database, you can actually upload that list into listings to leads. If you've already got a custom audience on in Facebook or set up, you can use that audience. So check this out. Let's do create ad just one more time. And I will show you, if I scroll down, two things. I'm going to go change image and video, and then I'm going to show you how to use a custom audience. And I'm just going to do stock. You'll get the idea. And the idea here is, remember I mentioned earlier about doing a video, how you got that property sold? I think it would be absolutely fabulous to do a video view ad retargeted to either a custom audience or just do a video view ad as like a secondary ad. If you got the budget, maybe do $50 for the first ad, and then you do another ad with the video. And then that way, but typically video doesn't convert as well. There's a lot of great use cases for video ads. There's a lot of great things that you can do with it. But I think having a video view right here, right? So this is you, right? We're just pretending, but this is a video of you talking through how you got this property sold. So again, as I mentioned at the beginning of this call, you could take that property description, if you're going to do that part of it, and just paraphrase it, use that as your script. And now you got a video here talking about how you got this property sold. And then here you see retarget current leads is checked. I'm just going to I'm going to select a couple of custom audiences. Now I'm going to be looking for homeowner audiences, seller audiences, but just to get a feel for how that works. And again, create ad. So there's a lot of different things that you can do running ads for a just sold listing with listings to leads. Yeah, Kathy, I'm not going into that right now because that would be a whole call, but you got a Facebook pixel and then you can use that to retarget, but it's not needed. I know a lot of people, if you know how to do it, you can do it. But if you don't know how to do it, do not sit around waiting to get that set up, because for some of you, it could take weeks to get that done. All right. So next up, social media post. It will typically auto post to all your socials. So Facebook, X, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Google. The post will look like this. So I can again customize that image. So I can click edit image. I'm going to select that image right there. I like this one for the social media post. For the ad, I like it on top. For the post, I like it sideways. Yeah, the best ads are the ones that you get live without taking 20 days to get everything perfect for it. And then, hey, you know what? When you get your pixel set up and you get that ready, you're good, because literally once you got the pixel in your account dialed in, there's nothing you need to do because it's just there automatically. So here's my post. I can click post now or schedule. So I can schedule this out. Maybe it's 2 a.m. I'd rather it post at a different time or different day. I like linking to the single property website myself. A lot of people will do the landing page. If you go to the landing page, excuse me, if you go to the landing page, they'll have to put either name, email, and phone number to get to the single property website. So that is up to you. And they go right to from the landing page, they'll go to the single property website, or you'll select single property website and they'll just go there directly. Next up is request for review. So if you did a great job for the homeowner or the buyer, we got this for the buyer as well. I can click send. The seller's email is already there. You can add it if it's not. I can edit the subject line. I can edit the email itself, but everybody in Listings to Leads, and I can even swap this out with my Google link. So if I wanted to put my Google review link, I could put that right there. But check this out. This will go so people can leave a review for me. And then what happens is I will get a notification saying, hey, Kathy Fernandez just left you a review. Go and check it out. And I can either approve it, I can delete it, I can edit parts of it, I believe. And then that will appear in my single property websites, in my virtual tours, in all landing. Some of the landing pages will use it. So that, yeah, that client review website. And you'll see the client reviews over here to the left. We automatically can import reviews, obviously from Listings to Leads like you just saw, but also Google, Zillow, and Testimonial Tree. In fact, if I click, this is what that client review website looks like. So you got a header, customizable, image, video on the top, all my client reviews. I'm not sure who Angela is. I don't know how her reviews got in here, but whatever. So the client review websites are awesome. I absolutely love them. So much customization you can do here with those client review websites. So much fun. And again, those domains are phenomenal. Next up is the seller social media post and the seller e-flyer. You want to get this to your seller and or your buyer if you were the selling agent. And this will actually automatically link to the single property website. Now, remember, I talked about switching out that property description. I want all these people, whether it's the ad, the post from the seller, from the other tools, I want them to see my language, right? The text around how I got that home sold and promoting my 100-point home marketing plan. If I left this as it was when it was just listed and open house and for sale, there's nothing there to help engage or convert homeowner leads or even home buyer leads. So we want to make sure we get this to our seller, both the post and the email. So you're going to just click the green send a seller button. If the seller's email address isn't there, probably should be, but if it's not, just add it, add my salutation, click send. And then I'm going to come down to the e-flyer. People get listings from this. So do not, I mean, unless you had a bad transaction, otherwise I would send this out to my seller. This is the e-flyer. Absolutely beautiful. All right. Notice my Listings to Leads signature at the bottom. Right from there, people can get a home value estimate. Again, they can click and see my client review website, just like we saw before. And we want to send both of these to the seller. So I'm going to click again, send to seller. That will autofill. If not, just add the email and the salutation, click send, and then call the seller up. Now for sellers, every seller is going to be a little bit different. Call the seller up and something like, hey, Denise, hey, so excited that we got your property sold. Let me know if I can be of any help. If you need help with moving or cleaners or anything, if I can be of assistance, by all means, please let me know. And I sent you something to share on Facebook and also something to share via email, letting everybody know that we got your property sold, because for homeowners, it's important for them to understand that listings are selling. And for home buyers, it's important because they need to know that buyers are getting great homes, that they're buying great homes in this market. And so it's going to help all of your neighbors. It's going to help everybody in Folsom that we share this out there to let them know, hey, market is active. It may not be as active as it was in 2022, but it's still an active market. So if you would post that to your Facebook page and share that via email, that would be phenomenal. And that is like gold. That is like catnip. That is like gold. That is money because now the seller or the buyer, all right, seller or the buyer, depending if you're a listing or selling agent, are promoting you to the social media audience, to the database audience, and all those clicks lead back to you. All that branding is you, and their friends and family on social media and email are one of the best audiences that you do not currently have access to until you do this. Once you do this, you're now going to have access and you're going to be in front of for absolutely free in a referral type of frame, right? In a referral mindset, because these people are getting your content from somebody they know. Once the seller puts it on their Facebook page or the buyer does, you should go like it and leave a quick little comment. You don't need to get overly involved and everything with it, but I want to leave a little comment under the social media post, because that way when their friends or family comment on it, I'm going to be notified, and there very well could be some appropriate circumstances or comments that would be good for me to reply to as the agent. Now, I'm not going to get in there and get all weird and stalky with it, but once I leave a comment, I'll be notified from Facebook, hey, Scott, Neil commented on Denise's post, and I'm going to be like, oh, yes, let me go check it out. And maybe Denise said, oh, those photos look great, or man, your home looks so beautiful when you sold it. I'll leave a comment like, hey, thank you, Denise, for the great comment. We try to make sure that we provide the best service possible for our home seller clients. If you'd like to see our 100-point home marketing plan, I would love to send it over to you. You see how these conversations can get started and how they can transpire, but none of that happens if we don't leverage these tools. So make sure you get that out the door. The nearby homeowner letter, one of the best tools. There's 3 versions. They're completely editable. Let me just download it first, then I'll show you how you can edit it. And you don't need to edit this at all, but you can. So this nearby homeowner letter is one of those things that is so phenomenal for getting great seller leads, for getting listings in the door. We've had clients get listings from using this for just listed, from open house, from pending. From we had a client whose buyer was in contract. She added the listing as pending to her account. So again, she's the buyer's agent. She got a listing before that listing closed. I was just imagining being the listing agent. Imagine you're the listing agent, and the buyer's agent all of a sudden has a listing right down the street from you. Yeah, that would be like, what? Like, how did that happen? I was the one that was supposed to get all these other listings around here. But when you don't do the work, you don't get the benefit. So we want to make sure we are using this. And there's a company called Zaire Mail. This is a great vendor, in that it is so easy to just come in here. I don't need a monthly subscription. I just come in here. The key to mailing this, if you're going to mail, now we got postcards and door hangers, I'll show you that, but the letter is so amazing. But the key is to make sure that we use a handwritten font, so that when the homeowners get it, that it looks a little bit more personal and that they actually open it. Now, a lot of people will door knock it. A lot of people, they get the little bags and they print the letter up and they drop it in a bag with maybe like a little market stats or something like that, and they put it on the doors. I've had clients that they don't door knock or mail, they just drop it on the doors and get listings that way. But there's also Mailbox Power is a great company. Thanks.io would be a great one to use as well. But the key is A, using it, and then B, using a handwritten font so that it gets opened a lot more. Real briefly here, I'm going to click on edit. And for example, right, hope you're having a great week. Just want to let you know that 1015 in Raleigh and Folsom just sold. People can send a text and you'll get the phone number right away. They can scan the QR code, go to the single property website. If they send a text, they'll get the property website sent to them. You'll get the phone number. You will follow up. They can also go to the domain. And I tell you, part of the reason this is so awesome is because they see that domain. Look at that. Thebestlisting.com. We got America's best listing, world's best listing. Every listing you have in Listings to Leads gets a domain like this. and you can customize it. So if you add a listing and you don't like the domain, I can change it from one domain to another super easily in edit. And then it lets them know that their home value has been affected by this home being sold. I'd like to invite you to get your new home value for free at, right? Super easy. Every one of you gets a vanity URL like this. But in addition, when they scan that QR code, send a text, or go to the single property website, the main call to action on there is to offer a home value to people on the single property website. So whether it doesn't matter, they go here or here, the offer is going to be for a free home value estimate. Now, what I was going to show you is you can edit this. So before I print it, I can say just sold with multiple offers and 56 days with our 100 plus point home. In fact, you could even say with our award winning. Now, let me explain award winning. And that is, we had a client a few years back who was with EXP. He uses listings to leads. All right. Listings to leads was his listing presentation. And he won, I can't remember, I think it was number one for all of EXP for the best listing presentation. You didn't win the award, but it was another client won the award using listings to leads. And he won, it was like number one for all of EXP. Absolutely fantastic. And as you saw here, I can download as either JPEG, that's appropriate for Mailbox Power. Maybe Thanks IO, I'm not sure. I believe Zaire is PDF. But there we go. Just want to let you know, with multiple offers in 56 days with our 100-point home marketing plan. And again, door knock, door drop, mail it, but get it to those homeowners. Alternatively, we do have postcards and door hangers. These are phenomenal as well, right? I don't really care. Everyone has what they like to use. Again, JPEG and PDF. Let me just download this. The postcards and door hangers, they follow the same format as the letter, except for the postcard. The front of the postcard has the domain, the text code, and the QR code automatically. And this is nothing I need to do. It's just boom, perfect. Love it. Gorgeous. And then the back of it will have the home value landing page and that message from the bottom of the nearby homeowner letter. But now that this home is sold, your home value has been affected, because this is going to homes around that listing whose value is affected when homes near them are sold. Denise, did I answer your question from earlier? Want to make sure I answered that question, hopefully. We got a circle prospecting script. So if you're going to use a program like My Plus Leads, RedX, any of these types of programs, I'm sure some of you are using them. You can download, right? I can go to neighborhood data and do a search. I can do a search of homeowners around that listing. Maybe I say 5+ years home ownership, high equity, likely to sell or likely to list. And I get a list of homeowners, and I'm going to mail them the postcard or the door, or not the door hanger, the postcard or the letter. And then I'm also going to circle prospect them, right? I would scrub against the DNC. If you're going to do that, we've got a great call script right here where I would call you up and I would say, hey, Denise, this is Scott at L2L Realty, and 1015 Folsom just sold right down the street from you. I sent you a letter with more information about it, and I just want to make sure that you got it. Or you could do like, hey, Denise, is now a good time? Or hey, Denise, you're probably going to hate me, but I'm a real estate agent that just sold 1015 Folsom down the street from you. And I sent you a letter, and I just want to make sure you got it, all about that sale. Super easy, super powerful, and it's a great way to engage homeowners. And to be honest, I might call them once or twice, and then maybe the second or the third time, I would leave a voicemail, because again, I know, because even on my phone now, I get the transcripts, and then if it looks interesting, then I can reply back. But if not, I just delete it. But if I saw a transcript of a voicemail somebody left me that said 1015 Folsom Street, and I knew 1015 Folsom Street was right around the corner. Then or 1015 Riley. That's funny. Folsom, 1015 Folsom Street is a club in San Francisco. This is 1015 Riley in Folsom. Anyways, circle prospecting script, take a look at it. Now, eFly for your database. There's 2 emails that I want you to send. This one is for the buyers, and I'm going to give this to you. I will post this in the mastermind group, and for everyone that's keeping track, we should be done in about 10 minutes, hopefully. So I might go a few minutes over. I apologize. I'm going to go to the Facebook mastermind group, and I'm going to just paste in my email that you are then going to take later, and you're going to copy it and edit it to be appropriate for you. And this will be the email you're going to send to your buyer leads. So let me format that just real briefly. I know we're all ready to get off this call, but if I don't do this now, someone's going to get on here and be like, what the hell is that? Make sure you change the link to your single property website. And I will, are we good to go? Why? Let me make a break right there. We just sold another home. Take this and edit it as you wanted to. I worked with ChatGPT on this. They know my business better than I do at this point. We massaged it, worked it, got it the way I liked it. And so this would be a great email to send. This would be a great email. This is a great post. I would just start with, we sold another home, but what a fantastic social media post to engage buyer leads in my audience. So we just sold another home. In fact, I might have said we sold another home in Folsom. That's great news for sellers, but it's also a smart signal for buyers. Why? Because many listings are offering negotiation opportunities, especially when it comes to your monthly payment. In today's market, buyers are often securing interest rate buy downs, closing cost credits, repairs or upgrades paid by the seller, right? Edit it as appropriate for you. This means that a home that fits your budget may now come with a much lower monthly mortgage than you expect. I just talked to a lender today. They're doing permanent rate buy downs on a lot of the listings in their area. How amazing is that? He said they're going to save in their market. Buyers will save between $300 to $500 a month. And if you don't think that's powerful, wow. Yeah, I'm working with him to come up with Facebook ads and promotions. So again, we're speaking to buyers here. If you've been on the fence, this could be the perfect time to re-engage and explore your options with less competition and more flexibility from sellers. Now here I'd put reply comment below if it's a post, but in an email, reply back to get a list of homes with a good chance to negotiate these kinds of deals. And then I got click below to see the home that buyers in Folsom just bought. All right, they're going to click, go to the single property website, or they click in the email, go to the single property website. Do you guys get how powerful that is to engage some of those buyers that are in our database that are on Facebook? So go grab that, use it on Facebook. Make sure you edit it to be appropriate. Don't put first name. Don't put first name on a Facebook or social media post. And then for the email and for both of them, obviously, just edit them as needed. When we send that to our database, I would start calling some of the leads in my database. I would call some of the buyer leads with the script related to all right, let me finish this thought, then we'll go to the e-flyer for the sellers or the homeowner leads. So I would call the buyer leads with that same kind of messaging that is in here. So I might call my buyer leads and say, hey, John, Scott here, LDL Realty, and want to let you know that another buyer's got another great home in Folsom. You know, with the market the way it is now, buyers are getting more rate buy downs, are getting much lower monthly payments than you might expect. And if you've been on the fence right now, could be a perfect time to buy. So let me know if you'd like to talk about strategies, or if you'd like me to send you a list of price reduced homes for sale. And that's what this is right here, right? Where it says reply back for email or comment below, where it says to get a list of homes with a good chance to negotiate these kinds of deals. That's relating to price reduced homes. So get into your MLS, your IDX, grab price reduced, drop it in, or I would DM it to people or email it back to the people that reply on my email. All right. Now, for the seller leads on my database, I'm trying to find where I'm at. There we go. E-Fly for your database. This is the one. This is good to go. You don't need to edit this one for the seller leads. So I can click send now, and I'm going to send it to my seller leads. Boom, send it. And or I can click copy for follow-up boss, or just copy code to signature. I got a couple of different options. And in follow-up boss, I'll show you what I clicked in a second here. Your email editor, apparently everything but Realty Juggler, man. Anyways, you'll see a button in the editor row called insert HTML or insert source. You just click it, a box will come up, paste it in there from listings to leads, right? And now you got your beautiful email. Check that out. 1015 Raleigh Street in Folsom just sold. We're thrilled to announce another successful sale in Folsom. This home sold for top dollar thanks to our proven 100% home marketing plan. Change it, edit it as needed. Maybe you did not sell for top dollar. You can just say this home sold thanks to our proven 100% home marketing plan. It's got the beautiful slideshow of the property, right? It's got the call to action to get a free home value estimate. And then it's got my listings to lead signature. This is linking to the home value landing page like we saw earlier. And we already saw the signature. So all that should be good to go. And the last couple of things here, because we're really for just sold. Now, again, don't forget to go and look at the training at listingstoleads.com/just sold for ideas for Instagram, TikTok, YouTube shorts, even. Well, not, I don't know if on YouTube. Yeah, I think on YouTube you can. I can do polls on all of them. Some of them allow me to add links. So take a look at that training because those are absolutely free ways to get more leads and more engagement from your audiences on those platforms. We do have a short form video script, which I highly recommend that you do. Get in front of the property, do a quick little video, letting everybody know. So in this case here, hey, everybody, I want to let you know that 1015 Riley Street just sold. You can get all the photos and details by texting 37349 to 25678 or just DM comment below and I'll get that link over to you with and there's a great video of the property. You're going to absolutely love it. This is a beautiful property in a corner lot with an updated kitchen and a park-like backyard. Absolutely fabulous. The buyer's got a fabulous deal. But now that this property is sold, all the homes in that area have had their home value affected. If you want to get your free home value estimate, go ahead and type in value below and I will get you a home value estimate for absolutely free as quickly as possible. Or you can go to california.freehomevalues.net to get your updated home value estimate now. Easy. How easy is that? And that is, what else do we got? Anybody have any other questions? And I'm only 2 minutes late. So any questions on anything we covered? If you can get through all of that, you are going to be getting some listings, hopefully. You'll engage some more buyers, hopefully. You will increase your branding. You're going to get thousands and thousands of people seeing you that may not have seen you before. And it's going to be in such a way as to be and please do not, oh my, this drives me crazy. If you're going to post on your Facebook page, don't just post links or the photos, right? Check this out. If I want to post something on my Facebook page for a listing, so let me go to my profile. I see people doing this all the time and it drives me nuts. So if I want to make a post on my page, on my Facebook profile, get the Listings to Leads single property website link and just drop it in there. Now I can change preview. So I can change that image preview like we talked about earlier. But what we want to do is, Let me go back here, and I might come back in here and social media post. Excuse me. In fact, I would just take this because we can't auto post to a we cannot auto post to your personal profile. And I know some of you like to put it on your personal profile. So just copy that text right there. And let me just close that. Let me refresh this and let's try it again. So go to social media post in listings to leads. Just copy that text and just drop it right here. And again, I can change that preview image, but now instead of having just a pretty picture, I've got a beautiful lead capture, and I can put a click below to see all the photos. In fact, that's probably what I would do. Might just sold. I'm gonna say click below to Jesus. Click below to see all the photos and videos for this. And let me spell gorgeous correctly. Again, there we go. Way better than what I see people do. They just post up a couple of images with some sort of text about it. And there's no engagement. Would you rather have people just see 2 or 3 or 4 or even 10 photos? Or would you rather have them see this? All that investment, right? You did the photos, you did the video, right? Even if you didn't, for people to get to this right here to see your 100-point home marketing plan is infinitely better than just seeing a couple of photos on your Facebook page. Does everybody get that? How powerful that is? Right. How else am I going to be able to get myself and my voice and my words in front of people I don't know if I'm not doing video? So this is why you don't have to do video, but if you really want to leverage technology, pixels and retargeting and all that, it's great, right? You can do that all with listings to leads. The best leverage of technology is going to be putting yourself in video so that you can get this in front of. Once I do an ad, a post, the seller stuff, nearby homeowner letter, the e-flyer to my database, the social media post for the buyers, the email to my buyer leads, that could be 10 to 20,000 people are going to be seeing you. They're going to see you and they're going to hear from you. Even better to see a photo of yourself with the sold sign in front of it. Yeah, Denise, grab your just sold sign, get in front of that property, do your video just like this, and then let people see that. Let people see that, hearing from you, talking about how whether you help the buyers, but we just helped some beautiful, some great buyers. It's their first home, or they relocated from somewhere else and they bought another great home in Folsom. And if you're a buyer and you're on the fence in Folsom, there's a lot of great properties now where sellers may be offering closing cost concessions, rate buy downs. It is now, for the right buyer, one of the best times in the last 12 years to get in a home versus how it's been historically, where you've been competing with other buyers. So do not wait, because once those rates start coming down, the prices are going to go up and the competition is going to go up. And all of these seller negotiation opportunities that you got right now are going to be out the window. And again, I don't like to overpromise things. I hated when agents would say, what would they say? They would say, date the rate, marry the house. I hated that because I knew that was going to bite so many people's butt afterwards. I knew there's no way they're going down to 3%. There's no way rates are going down to 3% unless something just absolutely catastrophic happens. I've talked to enough people, nobody's expecting rates to go down to 3%. So for all those agents who talked about date the rate, marry the house, you're not looking so great right now, because you got your buyers looking at you going, what the hell happened to date the rate? I'm still at 675. What happened to that? Don't overpromise things. Don't get dramatic about things, but do let people know. I think it's as a professional, hey, listen, I'm not trying to talk anyone into buying, but if you got a stable job, you got good credit, you want to buy for the right reasons, and we can find you a house that fits your monthly mortgage payment, now is one of the best times in over 12 years to negotiate a home purchase. It just is. All right. And hey, if rates come down in the next 30 days, boom, we'll take care of that and hopefully get you into. But hey, in the meantime, we'll do a 2-1 buy down. There are homes that are doing permanent buy downs. We're gonna get $10,000 of credit closing costs from the seller. We're gonna whatever it is. We've got leverage right now that you're likely not to have at some point in the future. So, anyways, Craig, I bought at 7.6 22 years ago. Now 2.25. I dated the rate, married the house. Hey, I'm in the same boat, right? Where we got such a low rate right now that for us to sell our house would be a little bit, well, it's not going to happen unless something really dramatic happens and what have you. But hey, if you are a buyer, right, you're not going to get 2.25. You're not going to get 3%. That's just not going to happen. So, anyways, I'm not a financial analyst. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just here to help you all get more buyers, get more sellers, get more business. So, if there's any other questions, I'll hang out for a quick second. Otherwise, I will let you all go. Make sure, don't forget to use your affiliate links. I love seeing these people signing up on the affiliate links right here. 15% recurring, no cap, no limit. Just copy that code, share it with people that are in your networks. We got a email that you could send them. You could share this on social media. There's a print flyer, but really all you need to do is click affiliate link, copy that, and then DM it to your best friend or email it to them and let them know, hey, get involved with this. And again, yeah, you get 15% recurring, no cap, no limit. So any other questions? Or are we good to go? I take it we are good to go. So with that, everybody, I will see you. I think we've got another call tomorrow morning. And let me see real quickly here if anybody wants to know for sure. But if you go to leadgenwebinars.com, you will see our full training calendar. And tomorrow's Wednesday. No, it's today Wednesday? Holy cow. Today's already, oh my God. The week is going by so fast. Yes, tomorrow, July 24th, 9 a.m. Yi will be on the call with me. We're doing Facebook ads, and that's going to be an awesome one. I can't wait. That's one of my favorites. So have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.